Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Simon Oma, and I'm here with another episode of Quincy Chronicles with our good friend Tiftifbee.
You can't keep me away from this.
Oh, totally not, especially since we just went through Thousand Year Blood War episode 7, The Gate of the Sun, which was, all the Uryu.
Ooh, we got a lot to talk about in this episode.
Yeah, and I do need you to describe some of it for me, so I'm probably going to let you field a lot of the talking here. Yeah, let's see. So it started up with Kisuke and Shunsui and like the Soul Reapers Quincy's like in the palace and starting to like go try to charge in and find Yuhabaha and fight. Well, actually, it started with Yuhabaha giving them like all orders, including Uryu, to just go out and kill all the Soul Reapers so they could like drink their blood. What are they, vampires now?
Are they undead?
Yes. Maybe I foresaw something with Quincy there. Who knows?
True.
So yeah, it was starting to set up a bunch of fights with the different Stern Raiders. What are they called now? The new name?
The place is now called Varvelt. I believe the main guard who are around Yuhabaha called the Schutzstaffel.
Yes, that's the one I was looking for. Okay. So yeah, all of them were given their orders and they're splitting off to fight the different Soul Reapers, the other Quincy's, Ichigo and his team, which are on their own. Orihime is a little sad that they couldn't meet up with Rukia and Renji. And Grimjow darting ahead to fight, I think it was Asuka?
Yes.
Yes, it sounded like him, and seems to have more of a sense of humor than the others with how he was taunting and running away from Grimjow, who was chasing him.
To be honest, seeing this former member of the Espada running after you, determined to kill you, I'd probably run too.
Yeah, and he like spilled his like coffee or something like when he thought he had a break.
Yeah.
Poor guy. So he tried to poison Grimjow as well, so I guess they're even?
True.
Let's see, we had Lily Barrow picking off some of the Soul Reapers with his gun.
Took out Shunsui, guy who's the lieutenant of Squad 2. Isane and her sister, Kion, I believe.
Yeah, it sounded like he shot at Shuhei as well.
Yeah.
Of course, Shunsui and Shuhei are probably okay.
Yeah. That being said, if something happens to Kione, I'm waging war. I don't care. That girl is a cinnamon roll.
Oh yeah? Okay.
Isane too. After all she's gone through, she needs at least some hugs.
Oh yeah, poor Isane.
And then we get to the big battle of today's episode.
Yeah, I was gonna go over the other bit before we go there. Just to get it out of the way, because... And
of course, we have He Who Shall Not Be Named or Mentioned appearing with Zaraki.
Yes, Zaraki and Hanataro and like Ikaku and Yumichika had to like rush to the bathroom, so they like missed the initial train ride or whatever gate trip to the palace. But creepy scientist opened it up again, and they went in on their own and are away from everybody. Kenpachi seemed like he was gonna try and fight creepy Mayuri, but you know.
Let them fight. I don't care, just let them fight.
Yeah. They ended up not fighting and just started running through the palace together to try and get to the throne room, sensing all the spiritual energy from our big, awesome fight going on. But we can probably just talk about now, because, oh boy, that was an amazing fight.
Oh. We basically see Renji just sense Uryu, and, well, more rather, Uryu finds him.
And Rukia, she was with Renji too. But yeah, he just shoots at Renji. Of course, I could hear his bow, which is such a beautiful sound. And he apparently appeared to miss Renji, since Renji said he missed him. But our boy doesn't miss. I don't think he missed.
Nah. Uryu never misses on purpose.
Yeah, it's probably just a warning shot, like, go or you're in trouble.
Pretty much.
I do have to agree with Renji that Uryu is a very snappy dresser with that new outfit.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
They had a few words with each other, and yeah, the big battle ensued.
Renji showed off a few new skills he learned. And Uryu showed off a few skills he learned.
Yeah, I could see him this time as it was brighter, and he's very pretty, but a lot of it was going really fast, so I'm not entirely sure the entire battle. If you want to go over some of the attacks and fighting.
Must have to find Renji's skill levels. I'm more used to seeing his more classic version of Zabimaru. So it's taking some getting used to his new powers. Saw Zabimaru Zagatepo, which is basically turning a sword akin to a key into jaws. He also used Orochio. In terms of like a larger form of that sword he usually used in his Bankai form. Zagatepo, he used it against Uryu. Basically, it looked like he was trying to stab Uryu with it, but of course Uryu used the blood vein to basically get back up.
Oh, nice. Use the blood vein in there? Okay, I missed that.
It was when he was laying on the ground, and suddenly all the blood vein just pretty much covered him from head to toe.
Oh, when he was glowing? Okay.
Sort of rose up like a vampire.
Are you undead?
And somewhere over in a D&D world, a certain elven ranger sneezes. But yeah, basically, it was basically them just coming trading blows left, right, and center until we finally got to the part where Uryu uses his Vostandish, basically giving Renji a taste of it for the first time.
Yeah, but he also was using his bow as a weapon there towards the start of the fight.
Yes, he sort of uses like he was blocking the attacks physically with the bow.
That is cool.
He's gotten some new techniques up his sleeve.
Oh, totally. And he used a bunch of his arrows throughout the fight too. I think those feathery ones, the really fast ones.
Yeah, the leaked Regan, of course, classic technique.
Oh, of course. Yeah, oh boy, when he powered up with that Volstandish, oh, it was so pretty. I could see it this time.
That shot of just his eyes and his hair billowing, oh, it was just so beautifully done.
Oh, totally. And the wings.
And I could be here all day talking about how beautiful the wings were designed. They look streamlined. They look like they're arrows. Which makes me wonder if when they actually reveal the name of his Volstandi, it'll probably translate to something like Arrow of God.
Oh, that would be cool. But yeah, we could totally just talk about Ryu all day.
We basically finally got to see how his Volstandi initially looks. It's just the two bright blue wings, which look so cool on their own. Basically, look like arrows, essentially.
Oh yeah, they're totally beautiful.
And we also learned that he can use Sclavere.
That's the glowing one where he was drawing in Rishi, right?
Yes. That was also the form he used when he was fighting Ichigo a few episodes back.
Yeah, when he brought out his Volstagg, he like fired all his arrows into one big one, didn't he?
Yes. He basically summoned about 12 of them and then combined them into a giant one, which is a composite Halic Fail.
Oh, okay, that's cool. It's probably what Ryukin does most of the time because he seems to have that attack.
Yeah. It's so powerful that Renji's power could only deflect it instead of dissipating it.
Ooh, go Uryu. And then he brought out his Feathervinger. Is that how you say it?
Yeah. Federsvinger. It's German for feather cage.
That was pretty damn cool.
He basically combines several of the little feathers into giant rods, or specifically 5 about them, and surrounds his opponent with it. In this case, Renji.
Yeah, and then he started like drawing out Renji's spirit energy and just absorbing it, so he was like canceling out the Bankai.
Yeah. According to Uryu, any Soul Reaper that gets affected by Federsvinger, they can't use their Shikai or the Bankai.
Yeah, that's pretty damn cool that he can just trap them and drain all their energy.
It also makes Uryu that much more of a threat this time.
Oh, yeah, he's totally gorgeous and powerful, and oh boy. Best boy.
And at the end, with Renji defiantly trying to come out his Bankai, Uryu calls out his bow and fires a single arrow. But there seemed to be some sort of like weird, like white circle in the middle of Renji's chest as well when he was aiming it. I don't know whether it was like a target or maybe probably it's where he knows it's either going to cause the least damage to leave him alive, or because I don't think Renji's dead. He would not be taken down that easily.
Oh no, I think he has another fight later probably, but yeah, I could see the white circle too, and it had like a new name to it, the attack, like Hakutaisho or something.
I don't know. Probably
remembering that wrong, but yeah, it was pretty nice taking down Renji, and then like he like just coolly approaches Renji and tells him all the reasons why he lost, was defeated. Oh boy, that was cold, but so cool.
Oh yes. And of course his voice actor absolutely knocking it right out of the park.
Oh, of course, Steve Prince killing it as always.
Absolutely.
Yes, that he defeated him because he's a Soul Reaper, and yeah, Uryu just defeats Soul Reapers. Oh man, he was so cold and so good.
Just the sheer venom in his voice.
There are 3 reasons why you were defeated. 1, you didn't fight me with the intent to kill, or along that line.
Yeah.
2, you didn't know about my new powers. 3, you're a Soul Reaper, and I will defeat all Soul Reapers.
Now, I can't help but wonder if Uryu was saying that to Yuha Baha, to basically say, hey, I'm on your side. Don't kill me yet.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, at the start of the fight, he was telling Renji that he's not going anywhere near His Majesty.
Let's face it, if anyone's read the manga, we know the reason why Uryu is on the Stone Reader's side. For many reasons. It's definitely going to be interesting to see where we go from here with Uryu once this whole war is over and done with. Because he's done some things that a lot of people wouldn't forgive him for, such as attacking his friends, attacking Renji. That's going to be an awkward conversation later in the year when Rukia and Renji eventually marry.
Oh, for sure.
Who should we put on the wedding list? How about the guy who tried to kill me?
I think he's tried to kill most of them at this point. He's tried to kill Ichigo a few times, so it's fine.
He hasn't tried to kill Chad or Orihime yet.
Well, I don't think he'd ever try to touch Orihime, to be fair.
No, absolutely not. No. It's not in him to attack women.
No.
We'll say a Chad versus Uryu fight could be actually kind of cool to watch. Because we rarely get to see them, fighting against each other in combat.
Yeah, mostly they just tag team with each other and help each other out.
Yes. But against each other, I'm seated for it if they decide to animate a battle for that.
That would be cool. But yeah, it'll be great to see where Uryu goes from here. Steve has apparently done a lot of research and knows where the character is going. Just, give him that added oomph and the arc he deserves and all that.
It shows. Absolutely, it shows. Uryu's far more complex than when we first met him.
Totally. He's probably the most complex character in the show, to be fair.
Let's face it, I can't begin to imagine what's going through his head. Having to fight people he called friends.
Yeah. Our poor boy.
He's got a lot of apologies to do when this is all over.
Yeah, if he's not, run too ragged and too busy like his dad with what he does later on, which I'm not entirely a fan of that, but
It's not too different from Ryuken's. While Ryuken's more focused on surgery, I think Ryu's into pediatrics.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of him, growing up and becoming a doctor in the first place. I just think it makes no sense whatsoever, and I don't know why they did it.
I don't know. Maybe they'll give him another job later on in the future. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe the anime will change, that ending, hopefully. But I don't know. I mean, that's just something I don't like. But that's a rant for probably another day. I don't know.
Indeed. And, of course, this episode was featured our boy, the end poem. Oh, God, the end poem.
Oh, yeah. I guess we gotta talk about that, too.
Yay.
Yeah, end poem was, well, my Yuri.
There is only you. Be your own god.
You didn't have to say it, but okay.
I hate to say it, but that is just my Yuri all over.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to give this man an ego check. Just saying.
Yeah, just please take him out of our misery, Kenpachi. But yes, Uryu is so beautiful. I'm very glad I could see him for the most part in this episode, because it was much brighter this time around, which was good.
Animation, absolutely smashing it out of the park.
And the voice acting, oh, beautiful. And so venomous, ooh, the chills from Uryu.
Oh, yeah. I've said it once and I'll say it again. I am so happy that Tite Kubo is actually consulting with the anime for this one. Because we get to see more stuff that we never got a chance to see in the manga story.
Yes, and Uryu finally getting his chance to shine. Oh boy, it seems every 3 episodes we get a good Uryu fight. I don't think we'll keep going, because, knowing what from where the Japanese ones are, I don't think he gets another fight in 3 episodes, but hey, at least we've gotten 3 good fights with him so far.
Well, the next episode in the Japan airtime is called Friend, so it could be anything. It could be to do with Uryu. It could be to do with one of the Soul Reapers. Or maybe it could be to do with Busby and Hushvolt. Who knows? Because we got that fight to come up soon.
Yeah, that's true, and they'll be wrapping up soon for this season in the Japanese ones. I think they've just got a couple more episodes left, whereas we've still got half the season to go.
Yeah, think so.
Yeah, I can't wait for more Uryu. I mean, oh boy, this is such a good episode for him.
Yes. Get your flowers, Uryu. Get your flowers.
And his pretty feathers.
That too. Or better yet, feather-shaped flowers.
Sure, why not?
If that's even possible.
It could be. So yeah, I think that's about it for this episode to wrap up. Are there any final thoughts you want to say?
Just that I'm dreading next week's episode. That's if they're not gonna take a break for the Christmas holidays. Because I imagine all the actors have got plans around that time, I reckon.
Yeah, that's true. Usually, Samuel dubs do take a bit of a break for the holiday, so we will see, I guess, when we'll be back with more of these. If they do take a break, might be a little while.
Probably in the new year.
Yeah, might be a little while before I have another episode of these if there's a break, but we'll see. Hopefully it keeps going. But yeah, my Yuri next episode. Yay!
How did we go? How did we go from best boy to worst man? Why? No hate against my Yuri fans, but I just think he's a creep.
Yeah, just no. I mean, after all the stuff he put Uryu through, I don't know if any Uryu fans like him.
There's far and then there's too far, if you ask me.
Yeah. I also wonder when we'll be seeing Ryukin again, so you never know.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I actually want to see more of Ryukin at some point.
Yeah, I wonder where Ryukin is and all this. I want to see Ryukin again. It's been a while since we saw him. What's he up to?
Check in on him and Ishin, because they bound to have had a feeling that something's going on with their sons. Especially Ryukin.
Yeah, I mean, we both quite like him now. You want to see him again too, huh?
Yeah. Which I am genuinely shocked by. Never would say that in a million years. But I actually like Ryukin.
I know, right? I like him too, even though he's a terrible father to Uryu and shot him with an arrow. He's still he's a very complex character himself, to be fair.
He does show love. He's just not that kind of person to show love as most people would expect him to. Maybe he just has difficulty expressing his emotions.
It's possible. I mean, I do have some theories which we could get into, but that's a whole other topic.
Oh yeah. I'll save that for another video.
I mean, I can go into it. It's just my own personal theory.
Yeah.
I was probably going to save this for some of the original episodes with Uryu, but whatever. This is an Uryu chat, so.
Yeah.
And this goes into Ryukin as well, I suppose.
More boys, please. More Ishida boys, please.
Yeah, let's just make this video longer by talking about my theory. Why not? I mean, I don't know if it's the thing. I don't think Kobo has expressed much of origins of Uryu or inspiration behind him or anything, but my theory is that Uryu is actually autistic. I've seen different things with him, how he wasn't very social at first and not good interacting with others, how he has
freakouts at things he doesn't understand, like Yoroichi talking, for instance.
I wasn't going to say that one yet, but yeah, that too. I was going to say more his passion on his special interests he's interested in, like sewing, for example, just how he gets so into it and how he describes and talks about it.
Well, that's true. That is true.
As well as him canonically, which we do know 100%, is that he's a genius and a prodigy. We also know that his mind works differently, specifically from stuff Steve has said as well, that when he fights, he is analyzing his opponents so he can come up with a strategy against them. That also seems to be, more autistic traits to me.
That does make sense, to be honest. I have to wonder if maybe Ryukin is a little on the spectrum as well.
Yeah, that's why I was going into this topic, because we were talking about Ryukin, and it is a hereditary thing. It does seem to run in families, so if Uryu is, it probably comes from Ryugen, who could be as well, since he does express some of those same things, like his freakouts with Ishin and trying to shoot arrows at him. You just tick him off. He shoots arrows at you. It's fine.
Ishin be like, I love you, my brother. Ryu can be like, get the hell away from me.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd get it from Kanai, his mother.
No, she seems pretty normal, but Ryugen also gets, like, he overworks himself, like, focusing in on that, like, his doctor stuff, which would probably be, like, his special interest. And him needing to, like, smoke to alleviate the stress, going, like, using vices for stressors to help with that kind of, like, the overstimulation or being more social, stuff like that are autistic traits too. So I could totally see the Ishidas being on the spectrum. That's just my personal theory. I don't know if that's a thing or, like, you know, what anyone else thinks of it. Like, my viewers, you know, if you want to discuss it, talk about it in the comments, I guess. It's just my theory. What would you think? Do you have anything to say on the boys being autistic?
I would say that makes sense, to be honest. I'm not on the spectrum myself, but obviously I have read up about, like, certain traits that people on that spectrum have, like the overstimulation, obsession over certain items, hyperfixations. Yeah, I can see those traits being something that these Ishidas fall under.
Yeah, I am on the spectrum. And, like, when I was young, I really did gravitate a lot to Uryu, him being my favorite character for many, many reasons. And I, like, what's the word?
Like, he's like me, or...
Yeah. Yeah, I really did relate to Uryu a lot. That's why he's my favorite character. And, you know, I didn't know it then. Maybe that was part of the reason.
It's entirely possible.
I mean, he's a cool boy who wears glasses, very much the type of character I like. And yeah, maybe the autistic thing helped draw me to him. I don't know. I don't know if there's other people on the spectrum who like Uryu for similar reasons, because he could have that potential. But yeah, that's just some of my personal thoughts in our Uryu discussion for today's episode. Sorry to go a little more personal there, but, you know, I thought it was a fun theory to discuss.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess any final thoughts?
I don't want to see more about Sogen, because we know that Type Kubo has mentioned that Uryu is special in a way. We just don't know exactly how he is that special. Maybe Sogen has something to do with it. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe Uryu being special is due to the autistic traits that I see in him.
All I can say is that this has definitely been a far better version of the 1,000-Year Blood War arc. And I am excited to see where we go from here for the next and final part.
Yeah, it's definitely been great to see the expansions on Uryu and the Ishidas, and I want more of them too, especially, like, with the death of Kanai and how, like, that little arrowhead comes to be, and like how Uryu, you know, dealt with it and survived the Ashvalin and all that. Like, I'd love to see more of that be brought in.
It's going to be so hard when we get to that scene of Uryu and Ryukin in the past. That's going to be rough.
Yeah, but definitely something to look forward to when we get there, you know?
Absolutely.
That'll probably be next season, though, but yeah.
Anyways, we should leave it there then.
I think so too. So yeah, thanks everyone for joining us. Thank you for joining me again, Tifa.
No problem. Happy to be on board.
Yeah, and thanks for sitting through my little Uryu theories and all our very long Uryu discussion for for episode 7 of 1,000-Year Blood War. We don't have any original episodes to talk about, but this has run pretty long, so yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this discussion, and thanks for watching, everyone. Bye!
Bye!